Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is FrekiFitWolf, and this is day 3 of FrekiFitVember. So, a lot of you guys have asked about doing some exercises that maybe if you have a limited mobility, what can you do? There are plenty of chair exercises, and I will actually link some of the videos that I got these moves from down below. There's a woman that does a lot of them, and they can be a great workout, and especially if you do have limited mobility. Now this is me, like, you guys know how uncomfortable I am showing full-on body, especially full body sitting down is not the cutest angle for me. I need to be able to stand up and stretch. So this is for you guys. Hope you appreciate it. Also, with this, I wanted to do a full workout, but I use my phone for a timer. I need to buy an actual little timer or something that can set it off so that I can keep track, because with the phone being so far away recording, I can't see how many seconds have gone by for it. So as a breakdown, the warm-up is typically 20 minutes, or 20. That'd be a long warm-up. The warm-up should be 2 minutes, and there's 2 things that we're doing in it, and it would be for 30 seconds each. Do one for 30, do the next for 30, repeat, and then move on to the actual workout. And each workout, each move will be for 40 seconds, but then when you're resting, you're marching in place. And you're doing this for 30, and then you're doing the actual moves for 40. And go through that until we get to the cool down. And the cool down is mainly stretching, and I don't have specific times for that. I did go through, like I said, and took favorite things from different videos. Now, I haven't done a lot of these myself, honestly, before, besides just like a little practice before this, because typically I do mine either standing up or on the ground or wherever the heck my body needs to be for the exercise. So I am not an expert by any means, and I don't know all of the different mobility issues. Some of these things may be a little bit tricky. I know somebody said she had foot surgery, so even marching in place might be hard. But there's plenty of upper body stuff that is in here that you can also do. And like for the lady that had the shoulder issues, some of the stuff you might be able to find a form of doing it, but always ask a doctor first what they recommend if you are wanting to do some exercise. And also always remember, that's why I'm wearing the shirt, progress, not perfection. So let's get into it. So first you would do 30 seconds times 2 of each of these. So first is the marching in place. This is a pretty easy move. And sorry you guys, I can't get the camera any further back than this to show my feet, but they are just marching. Nothing special, you're just marching in place like this. And then from there, and this is warming up, so this isn't gonna be anything intense, it's arm jacks. So basically it's just these guys. So you do this for 30 seconds. You can keep your legs moving if you want to. You might not want to because there's a lot of leg work in this. So you do this for about 30 seconds, and then you go back into the marching. Again, my timing in this video is not going to be the proper times because I'm just demonstrating the moves. So when you actually do this, write it down. I'll write down each thing in the description box so that you can actually do it with a proper timer, or check out some of the other videos that I link down below. And already from talking and moving, I'm already getting a little shortness of breath. That's saying something. Okay, so you do that, and then you start going into it. So the first thing I am recommending is a seated row with heel dig. So for that, if you've ever been to a gym and you see the row machine. So we're doing that, but that by itself, especially without a machine, without any resistance, isn't a lot. So adding in a heel dig, and all you're doing is, I'll turn sideways so you can kind of see, is, if you can see my feet, you're tapping your foot, your heel into the ground. Make sense? All right, cool. So you will do this for 40 seconds. It's uncomfortable with the little thing there. And you're just going like that. Imagine you're at the gym, you've got that machine here, you can really lean forward to, because that's what you would do on the gym. You're doing it like a row. So you do this for 40 seconds, and then you go back to marching in place. You want to try to be active the whole time. If you need to just march in place very slowly, that's fine. Whatever you need to do. Get as much lift out of the knees as you want or as little as you want. This is all about just moving. The whole point of FrekiFitVember is to be moving for at least 20 minutes a day. Get some extra activity in. So from there, uppercuts. I really would love to be able to go to like one of those gyms that do the martial arts and stuff like that, or boxing, kickboxing, whatever. Can't afford it, and I don't think I'm in enough shape to do it. But, so seated uppercuts. So you're sitting here, and you just boom, 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 boom. And you do this, and you are tightening these muscles and these, and you're making a fist. So you're tightening everything you can when you do it. And you're gonna just go back and forth. Imagine there's somebody that you're just very angry at. No, I'm joking. I do not promote violence. But imagine the strength that you are building by this. Even though there's no weights, you are tightening these muscles. Like I tighten them as I go up and loosen as I go down. And you'll just do this for 40 seconds, twisting and uppercutting. And then back to the marching in place. That's for 30 seconds more. And then from here, this one's just kind of fun, called Raise the Roof, or you can call it shooting basketball hoops. But basically, and you can use your legs or not, but basically, you're doing this. Imagine you're like, yes, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just got a raise, or whatever would excite you. And you're just jumping for joy in place. If you need to keep your legs still and just do that, feel free. But doing this for 40 seconds, you really start to feel it in your shoulders, in your chest, and even a little bit in your abs because you are holding yourself upright and you're jumping for joy. So like I like to do with my feet because it makes me feel like I'm jumping, and I feel like I get a little bit of extra push on my arms when I do it this way. So you'll do that for 40 seconds. Sorry, I can't do it for 40 seconds because I'm losing my breath and I need to be able to talk. And then you'll switch back to marching in place for another 30 seconds. Okay, now this one will be a side-to-side twist. So basically, you are just twisting. Imagine you have a ball in your hands, and you're just twisting. So imagine you're taking a ball from somebody, twisting, handing it off, grabbing. You can even do the little hand motions if you want. And you're just gonna be twisting. And this, especially after 40 seconds, you're really going to start to feel the burn down here. And you're just going to do this for 40 seconds, and then you're back into this marching in place. Again, I'm not doing these for the full 40 seconds. I am demonstrating the moves because I don't have a timer. I need to get an external timer. Next would be seated jump rope. So like jump roping. I wish I could do jump roping. I can for like 10 seconds, maybe, but not very long, especially with my body. One, I feel bad for my neighbors. Two, it's just a lot of impact. It's a lot of weight on my joints. So seated jump ropes, put your arms out, pretend like you're holding a jump rope, and you're just gonna start basically doing arm circles and then including your feet. So imagine that you're jump roping. You're imitating the motion without doing it, without accidentally slapping yourself with the cord, without having to do the jumping up. But 40 seconds of this, and you can go as fast as you want, you can go slower, whatever you need to do, that's what you do. But you'll really start to feel it on these arms, especially in mix with everything else, and your thighs. Really gonna feel that. So you do that for 40 seconds, and then it's back to marching in place. At first, I kind of hated the marching in place thing because it felt, but now it's such a relief, and I'm still moving, but I'm not going as intense as you do on the other things. So the next one, did that. Kick and punch. This one, does a little trick on the mind. So you want to punch with this arm forward, with this arm sideways, and kick. So you're going like that, and then you switch. See? It gets confusing. All right, so I'm gonna focus and just do that for a second. So. All right, makes sense? Oh, look at that, that's cute. See, it gets tricky. So you really got to focus. Or you can just kick. Whatever you want to do, punch and kick. She was doing this way, and I don't know. I feel like that looks weird to me, but I can get a proper punch if I do it that way. So whichever way you want to do, the point is you're tightening up muscles, you're using your strength, and you're doing it. Go back to marching in place. And then goalpost jacks. These get a little tricky for me. A little tiring, let's say. So, I'm sure you've seen this machine if you have been to a gym. But basically we're gonna be doing this number, but we're including our arms. So imagine there's a pad here and here, because that's the machine I've seen where it has the pads here, and you're trying to push those out. And this, again, fast or slow, whichever you want to do. Eventually you can work on going faster, but at first focus on doing it properly. And you'll do this again for 40 seconds. And then we will be backing into marching in place for 30 seconds. Okay, now the butterfly strokes. So this one, just pretend you're swimming. A lot of these, I kind of like the names because you can imagine what you'd be doing, but you can do it in a chair. So butterfly strokes, swimming, basically. So you want to lean forward a little bit, but still keep your core straight. And you're just going to be swimming. I forget now, are butterfly strokes like this? I need to rewatch the video. Do one or the other, do both, alternate. It honestly, all of it will help. So go like this for a little bit, and then just switch it. Because it's been a while since I've actually looked at this one and I forgot which one it is. But either way, doing it, I can feel, because I'm leaning forward and keeping my core tight. You want to make sure, tuck your belly button in, tilt your pelvic bone forward, lean forward. You are strengthening all of this. I can feel it in my back. I can feel it like this. And then we're helping with the balance. I really can't remember which one it was. Oh my gosh. Great video, right? I'm a total expert. Okay, so moving on from there. Your seating march for 30 seconds. And then side body reach. So this one, I need to scoot my stool over because when I was practicing it, I totally kicked it. You are going to reach this way and bring that leg out. Reach that way and bring that leg out. You kind of want to create almost a straight line if you can visualize that. It's obviously not because your arm's a little bit, or at least my arm's a little bit wider than where my hips are, but you're going like that. And pointing the toes. But you really want to make sure, honestly doing this in front of a video, or in front of a camera kind of helps because I can really see how far. Like I kind of want to stop there. I'm like, that's not. We want to go like that. You want to stretch a little bit further. Sorry, I'm kicking my dog. And again, do this for 40 seconds. And then we're going to switch back to marching in place for 30 seconds. We're almost there. We're almost through them. So speed skating, very, very similar, except instead of arm going up, it's going to the side. So like you see the speed skaters go. And one of the videos I was watching, the guy, he was like, I'm going to punch it out. You can totally do that too. One thing with so many exercises is you can make them personal. What works for you? And again, if you can't do some of this stuff, feel free to modify. It seems intimidating, like, I don't know how to modify. Do what you can do. If you can't stretch all the way far, you can do that, do that. If you can only do a little bit, it's still moving, which is the important part. And then eventually work your way to getting as far as you can. There's gonna be some stuff that I can't fully do, but you just do what you can. That's one thing that the yoga's been helping me is I see some stuff, I'm like, what? Okay, I can just do as much as I can. I can't fold myself in half, but I can go down as far as I can. And the more you do it, the easier it gets and the more you can progress it. So anyway, 40 seconds of that, 30 seconds, seated marching. I'm just demonstrating and I'm already getting sweaty. Much less if I was actually doing this with proper timing. This is really a good workout. So, speed skating, oh, the last one, okay, cool. So from here, we're gonna do victory jacks, like, yay, we did it. So it looks silly, but after 40 seconds, you really feel it. So you're going and then you switch to victory jacks, like, yay, yay, yay. She has one where she does the jacks and lifts her legs up. Like her legs go up, I can't do that. So we do them like this. And either way, after doing it for 40 seconds, you really can feel the burn. And plus I like this one because I can lean back and that helps. So we're doing these for 40 seconds and then we're gonna go back into marching in place for 30 seconds and that is it. The next is just the cool down. We just got to stretch. It is always important to warm up your muscles before working out and to stretch afterwards. That's gonna help keep the blood flow going, the water where it needs to go, and fight from muscles knotting up. So, to slowly lower our heart rate, we're just gonna do a slow side tap. Very similar to what we've done before. You can put your hands and get them involved if you want to, but we're wanting it to slow down our heart rate. So you're just gonna go slow and steady. You still wanna keep the body moving, still keep the blood flowing, but you wanna slow it down. And this next one I have not done before, so fingers crossed. I do need to pull forward some. And for this, it's a hip flexor, but seated. So you're scooting to the edge of the chair. So basically, one leg, go lay down, Goldie. One leg and your one butt cheek is on the chair. Goldie, go lay down. And you're gonna bring this leg behind you. No, a little bit further. This leg behind you. And your knee is not touching the ground. You're just stretching it back behind you. And you wanna straighten up and tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. And then you're leaning forward. And you can, okay, yeah, you can feel it. I can feel the stretching. That feels actually really, really good. And you're just gonna hold this for a few seconds. Okay. And then you switch to the other side. You get to the other side of the chair. Again, this leg / butt cheek is on the chair. Everything else is just hanging off. Put that leg back, knee not on the ground, resting on your tippy toes, and straighten, and then forward. And honestly, this time I can feel it in this leg under here, the stretch. So that's, anytime you can feel the stretch without pain, I feel that's a good thing. Okay. And then after that, just some shoulder circles. We did a lot of stuff, even if you just followed along with my improper timing, did a lot of stuff that involved all of these muscles, all of these joints. So roll it forward, roll it back. If you're not talking like I am, you can start doing some deep breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Sorry, that just feels really good. I'm probably doing this way longer than anything else, but it feels so good on my shoulders. Okay, and okay, so wide leg overhead stretch. This is similar to what we were doing earlier, but different. So one, legs wide. Two, we're gonna rest down on this arm, and then we're just gonna stretch. And hold it for just a few seconds. and then back down. And rest this arm over here and stretch. And all of these muscles here that might have tightened up while we were working out are getting a little bit of a stretch to them and feeling really, really good. Okay, so then sit, feet like hip width apart, and we're just gonna inhale, going up. I don't know if there's a way for you to see where my hands are going. Let me get as low as I can. So we're going, okay, pretend this is above my head. So we're bringing them together like that, and then down. And you'd still be doing this on the chair. I was just trying to get a better camera angle. So you do that for a bit, as long as you feel like you need to. And while you're doing it, when you are lifting your arms up, that's a good point to pay attention to your posture. Stretch this up. We're elongating ourselves and stretching up. And the very last thing, I kind of love it, just hug yourself. And you're stretching out. You're stretching those shoulder blades and everything like that, but it's also nice to give yourself a nice warm hug. It just feels good. Congratulate yourself because you did it. You got a workout in. Even if you followed my improper timing, it's still a workout, but as I said numerous times, 40 seconds for the exercises, 30 seconds of the marching in place, and go on from there. And guys, I felt it just from that. Imagine doing it properly. Nice. I approve of this. So hopefully this helps. And all of those things, like I said, do what you can do. If you have something with your foot and you can't impact it, then lift up and be as gentle as you can if you need to, or focus on the other leg and just do what you can. And just, that's it. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I keep saying that's it. But like, we make things way more complicated than they need to be. We think there's a way you have to do it. In certain exercises, yes, you can hurt yourself doing them wrong. But a lot of exercises like these, especially because they do involve more stretching, it's just do what you can, get as far as you can, and you'll slowly increase and get better at it. None of us are perfect from the get-go, but we're progressing. This shirt's really feeding to me today. We're not perfect from the get-go, but we're progressing to it. So, progress, not perfection. All right, so that's what I've got for you guys today. Welcome to day 2 of FrekiFitVember, or day 3. We're on day 3 of FrekiFitVember. Please comment down below, or like I said yesterday, in my Facebook group, you can check in and tell me what you guys did. What activity are you doing? I'm really curious. I did this and I am sweaty, but I still think I'm going to do another exercise. Maybe more yoga. Actually, no, I was watching Billy Blanks. He still does Tai Bo stuff. Do you know that? I didn't know he still did. He's still looking great. He's still getting active. He's got his family involved in the living room. It's so awesome. So I think I'm going to try that later today, actually. Yeah, sounds like a plan. All right, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps. Let me know if it did. And I will link down in the description box who to check out for chair exercises. Tons of videos out there. Google search obviously helps, but hopefully this helps as well. So like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.